A soft word, and the tents of the Polovtsi stirred, and Prince Igor raced to the reeds like an ermine, and onto the water like a white sea duck. He sprang upon the swift horse and hurled himself off it later, as if possessed of a wolf, and sped to the meadows of the Donets, and flew like a falcon under mists, slaughtering geese and swans for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. Молодец, Englestrom, I did that well, that's fantastic. It's a fantastic poem. I know that translation is great. Creation that matches the original, or at least comes close to it. Anyway, it's better than most other translations. As good as them anyway, as good as a lot of them. Maybe better, maybe not. It doesn't matter. Matter. Can it make a difference? Does it matter? Does it matter? Matter. Clean dusts, motes, roofed in moon rays, shout silent trills of air. Artichokes, asparagus spears, and chilies all are rare. The careful clicks of sea snails are screams from the warm ooze. Feathers of the pelicans drip down upon the news. Coyotes howl at eagles that die among their guts. The fishermen sit silent behind their new steel huts. Fall of leaves is constant, autumn every season. Poets poet anyway without rhyme or reason. Ticks of yang, talks of yin. Poets can't make oxygen. What's a poet to do? How much worse is a versist verse if a versist verses verse? Do you know I can play the violin? I often do play the violin, sort of. I used to be sort of a fair violinist. I mean, I used to play. I can still play. I can do that. Okay. Melancholy Baby. Melancholy Baby. What is it about that song? There's something about that song that slips my mind. I know. It's a joke. It's an old joke. There's this drunk at a vaudeville show. One of the acts is an opera singer. She's singing a Mozart aria. Drunk yells out, "Hey, sing Melancholy Baby." She ignores him, keeps on singing. He yells again, "Hey, let's hear Melancholy Baby, lady." She ignores him. Again he yells, "Come on, lady, don't you know Melancholy Baby?" Finally he's got to her. She stops singing and looks at him with her coolest and proudest stare and says, "Young man, I would not know Melancholy Baby." The drunk yells, "Well, if you don't know Melancholy Baby, show us your tits." Yes, indeed, show us your tits. Oh, yes, indeed, yes. I know Melancholy Baby. I know Melancholy Baby. Melancholy Baby, Melancholy Baby. I was married once. I have children. I have that. I can play the violin. I have children. I've traveled. I can travel. I've been around Europe, Mexico, many places, a lot. I can do a lot of things. I can vote. I sure can do that. I did vote, I sure did. I can always vote. And go back to Mexico too, instead of voting. I spent a year there once. I loved it. Those landscapes, villages. Yes, I can travel. Does it matter? Does it? I have children. Do you know that it doesn't matter? Never mind. Matter, it doesn't. Mind, never. And Englestrom walks in and out of bestial zoos and dreams, strange talking dreams of words and turds that are the same as turds and words, and both are one another. Englestrom walks in and out of languages and dreams of new and nearer languages, and reaches out and nibbles at Shakespeare's chants and Chaucer's vowels. And Englestrom walks in and out, walks in and out, walks in and out. And Englestrom, and Englestrom, and Englestrom, shouts Englestrom. So you see, it's just like I was saying earlier about Soviet poetry, and especially Mayakovsky. Didn't I? Wasn't I saying about Mayakovsky earlier? Maybe not. It doesn't matter. But that was a poem that Mayakovsky may have liked. But what? But schmut, that's what. But he probably would have. Probably. Maybe not. Maybe Tolstoy would have liked it. I don't know. I think he would have. But then he didn't even like War and Peace, Vojna i mir. He called it trash. And I've always agreed with him. Of course, Tolstoy is not known as a great poet. A great writer, yes, but not a poet like Mayakovsky. Mayakovsky was definitely a poet. A lousy writer, but a great poet. Do you know what he wrote in one of his poems? He wrote, Idu krasivi 22 tjetni. Then he wrote, Budu bezukarižni a nježni, njemu skina, a oblaka v štanah. You know what that means? I walk handsome, 22-year-old. I shall be irreproachably tender. Not a man, but a cloud in pants. That's what it means, and that's what he wrote. Can you imagine a cloud in pants? And did it matter? Does it matter? I have children, my children. I was married once. A cloud in pants. Later on, he wrote revolutionary poems for the Soviet government, goddamn good ones. I mean, the man was a poet. Then he wrote slogans for posters, and then he shot himself at 36. 36 years old, bang! What's a poet to do? 36 years old, and bang! I'm almost 65 years old, almost 65 myself. What's a poet to do? I'm almost 65 and I hunger to be touched. I'm almost 65 and I want to return to Sonora, hear mariachis under a mezcal moon, and sleep drunken on the saguaros. almost 65, and I'm obsessed with Russian words.